Everybody, my name is Tiara. Welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. Before we get started, make sure you don't forget to click that subscribe button. Today we are making one of my favorite quick and simple recipes. It is southern fried cabbage. I love this recipe. It's low carb, keto friendly, and it is, you know, a nice amount of sodium and fat in it because of the bacon and sausage, but it is still so good and so worth it if you eat it in moderation. For our ingredients, you're going to need a head of cabbage, a pack of bacon and sausage of your choice, an onion, some minced garlic, some chicken bouillon seasoning, some word I cannot pronounce sauce, some paprika, cayenne pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, black pepper, and a half pack of Sazon seasoning. And I'm going to be using my wok to make this recipe. I'm only going to be using half of the head of cabbage for this recipe, so I'm going to cut it straight down the middle. After you cut your cabbage, you're going to want to cut the core out, which is that hard, like fibrous piece in the middle. It's not going to break down. It's not going to cook down. So we're going to cut that out. And you want to make sure you get it out all the way, because if you leave some of that core in there, it'll make your cabbage taste a little bitter. That's what it should look like. And then you can chop it as small or as big as you like. I like mine kind of medium. It's gonna break down, but I kind of like to chop these pieces in half, so it's a lot of cabbage. So now I'm gonna put this in my colander to wash it and clean it real quick. So next I'm gonna chop up 5 pieces of bacon. And then I'm gonna pull it all apart so it can cook evenly. I'm gonna be using a wok for this recipe just to fry it, just to have more room. And it's on like medium high heat, so I'll fry this bacon up. While the bacon is frying, I'm going to chop up just one of these sausages. This is the kind I like to use. I like my food a little spicy, so this is the Cajun style smoked sausage by Sazon. Now it's already cooked, but I do like my sausage to have like a crisp on it, so I'm going to fry it in the bacon grease once the bacon is almost done. You can cut them smaller if you want to, but I'm okay with them like, I'm okay with them like this. So I just ended up tossing the sausage in there with the bacon. I figured, you know, it'll be fine. And then this is like half of a large onion. So I'm gonna just use the rest of this. If I can get it open. Our onions. So this is what our bacon and sausage is looking like now. I'm about to take it out with a slotted spoon and put it in a bowl. You don't have to drain any of the fat because you're going to use that as the base for frying your cabbage. All right, and then this bacon fat, we're gonna add our onion. So we're gonna let that cook for a couple minutes until it's tender, and then we're gonna add 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. You can use garlic paste, but this is all I have, so I'm just gonna use it. Then I'm gonna take some chicken bouillon seasoning powder and use a teaspoon of this. This is pretty salty. That's why all my other spices don't have salt in them, because the bacon is salty itself, the sausage is salty, and then this chicken bouillon, this is how much I'm gonna put in. Alright, so now that that's cooked, I'm going to add our cabbage in. So when you add your cabbage in, you want to make sure you get it coated with the bacon fat, onion, and garlic mixture you just made before you season it up with all the other seasonings. And cabbage is going to make water, so don't worry about it forming water at the bottom, because we're going to fry it out at the end anyway. Okay, now that that's coated, I'm going to go in with my seasonings. The Worcestershire sauce. Whatever this word is, the W sauce. We nicknaming it. So I'm going to do 2 teaspoons of that. I'm going to do a half a packet of Sazon seasoning. I'm going to do some paprika for some color. You can go crazy with this if you want. I like to. Some garlic powder. Since I eyeball my seasonings, I'm going to put some exact measurements in the description box if you need it. And then some black pepper, onion powder, and some cayenne pepper. Don't go too crazy with this because you ain't going to be able to enjoy it. Just a little bit, enough to give it a kick. Stir all that up. If you had some more cabbage that wouldn't fit at first, go ahead and add it after it cooks down a little bit. So once everything is mixed in. You feel like everything is nice and coated. You can adjust your seasonings once it cooks down and starts to get tender after doing a little taste test. So this is real this is real ghetto because I don't have a lid big enough for this wok. So I'm going to use this big old cookie sheet that I have and put it on top of here so the cabbage can steam and cook down and get tender. And once it gets tender, we're going to add our sausage and bacon back and let it steam a little bit more. So now that it's cooked down a little bit, I'm going to add like a teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. It's only been steaming for about 10 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let it steam for maybe like 1 more minute. And then I'm going to add the sausage and bacon back and turn the heat up so it can fry that water out at the bottom. Alright, so I'm about to turn the heat up on it from medium to almost high, to medium high, just to fry that water or burn that water out at the bottom of the skillet. If that water at the bottom doesn't have some color to it, you might want to add some more seasoning, some more paprika, a little bit more Sazon. If it doesn't have a little color to it, then you might want to add a little bit more. This is a lot of cabbage, and this is only half. That was a big old cabbage. I did not need to buy that. Your house should be smelling real good right about now. I'm going to add the sausage and bacon back in. The water is almost cooked out the bottom. So I just tasted it and I added some more garlic and onion powder and some more chicken bouillon seasoning. So it probably was like a whole teaspoon instead of a half of one. But yeah, after you taste it, just add any more seasonings that you feel like it needs. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of Creole seasoning to mine too. Another dash of cayenne because I feel like it could be a little bit more spicy. I'm going to add a little bit more paprika to top it off with some more color. And I think we're done. Oh my God, that's so good. Oh my God. And there you have it. That is it for this southern fried cabbage recipe. It's super quick, simple, and easy. If you like this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. There will be more recipes to come. I think the next one will be my garlic parmesan wings that a lot of people ask me about on social media. So make sure you stay tuned for that one. But I'll see you next video.